Greenhouse. There's a large iron bar latching the door. Can we remove it? We can. It is quite odd that the door was latched from the outside. Oh, was that to keep something inside? Because then I don't want to go inside. But yeah, sure, why not check it out? And of course it needs that. Oh, I immediately regret my decision there. Holy shit, do I want to get out fast. But let's explore it. Good day everyone and welcome to the last door. Today we are going to start episode 4 and that is going to be the last episode of the last door. And it's been one heck of an adventure and I really look forward to see what's going to happen in the ending and what's this all been about actually with that god bird and the fraternity and what the hell has been actually been going on, because I got no idea. Maybe you guys know. I don't know. I haven't looked for any spoilers, so I'm just gonna take this off because I'm already getting really hot just from like imagining the jump scares that there is gonna be. And I still know it's all pixelated and it's just a game and whatnot, but oh my god, do I get scared. So we're just gonna press continue and that should start us in the start of episode 4, and hopefully there won't be some big jump scare in the— oh no, okay, continue is the ending of episode 3. Okay, well let's jump back to main menu then. Thank you. Okay, episodes. Episode 4, Ancient Shadows. So, in the previous episode 3, we ended at like this theater scene with a bunch of people surrounding us with different masks on, and then we got handed a mask the same way, and I'm guessing this has something to do with the fraternity of the king bird or whatever that was. So, previously on the last door, after escaping from his burial, the Wit finds himself in the cellar of London's darkest slum, the Old Nickel Rookery. In his pocket, he has a ticket for a show called The Four Witnesses. The Wit walks through the misty streets, following a strange man who seems to guide him. He learns the legend of the sea merc, the king of birds. Following its trail through a dreamlike land of fog, the Wit finally meets Alexander, a member of the secret group the Wit and his friends had at school. Alexander welcomes the Wit and speaks of an entity called the bird that's been controlling them ever since the experiment they conducted back then. And that is where we left off, and that is where we're going to start our from. There is no turning back. Please, oh please, don't have jump scares. Okay, so we're in a cellar with a man with blonde hair staring at a wall. We're sitting in a chair. The man walks over to another wall, not over to us, and stares into that wall. What a nail-biting start of this epic. And he takes a step looking at another part of the wall. And nothing much happening there, really. I'm pressing the mouse button, but nothing happens. And I'm just gonna— oh, okay, now I can move the thing around. So we can press on us and something happens. I have made my mind. What have you made your mind about? Oh wait, okay, we're controlling the blonde guy. Now that makes a lot more sense. Okay then, let's walk over to the table then. Because the Wit, our character, he's the one sitting in the chair, but apparently we're controlling the blonde guy now. I am ready, it said. Waiting for what? That is the big question. We took something from the table, I think. Go on, do it. Okay, so let's put on matching clothes, or maybe I'm gonna get a haircut. Okay, and suddenly the room is filled with— do it! Okay, well, I was really expecting a huge jump scare there. We are gonna skip the introduction this time, though. We've seen it the other times, and huge thank you to everyone who made this game. It is a very good game. Can you see all these stars twinkling in the black outer abyss? All the constellation traced by human eyes in long, distant eras. So, I like that the people are actually kind and not evil, because I think there's some sort of guides just wanting to tell us the truth. And I was wondering if these people that we ended up with was going to be bad and torture us and try to kill us or whatnot. But they seem to be good people, just wanting us to learn what it is they've learned. Look now to the forest in the valley, to the old tower, from the last tree in the distance to the stars in the sky, and even the stones beneath our feet are just silhouettes that hide the truth from our poor senses. ancient shadows that hang over the veil that hides the world as if it were the curtain of a theater. The veil separates the truth from the lie. And here we are on stage. The veil is a place to wit, a place of mists. Anthony's great abilities brought you here, but his influence will soon fade away. The mask of lies will descend over your eyes once again. And there we have a tree with us facing upside down. You must find the door as I did. Okay. Well, it's somewhat a mask. The door that gives passage through the veil. Oh. Well, open it and we will talk together beyond the mist. So, we need to find a door. And we are in... Some person's on the train. That's not any of our characters. I suppose you're wondering why I called you so urgently. I cannot deny it. Your letter was truly mysterious. I've been traveling, Doctor, to Scotland. Have you heard about the massacre of Saint Gall? Why, yes, the tragic event that's been the continued object of speculation and grim rumor in every newspaper in England. For weeks now, pamphlets has claimed that all kinds of macabre things took place, but I don't understand. How is all this connected with any patient? He was there. I'm afraid he's one of the victims. Dear God. Are they talking about me, DeWitt? You're telling me my patient has been murdered. What was DeWitt doing there? That's my doctor, the one on the left, I think. What was the cause of these awful deaths? Are you telling me a patient has been murdered? Murdered? Thankfully, no. Please excuse me for alarming you. I did not mean to give you this impression. Herr DeWitt was attacked, but survived. Well, what happened to him then? It seems the criminal was caught by Herr DeWitt in the midst of the act. Then he tried to do the same thing to DeWitt that he'd done to the others. Fortunately, the nuns arrived in time to unearth him from the coffin. Herr DeWitt was hospitalized. So was that at the asylum thing, where the Monsignor, whatever that was, what did he kill himself, I think, and then the man who buries people at that asylum came in and punched me unconscious with a shovel, I think, and then I got buried. The nurses report that he remained unconscious for an entire day. So, but that doesn't make sense because I woke up in the London streets, or below the London streets. I didn't wake up in a hospital or anything. Okay, so well, just follow the questions. What was the wit doing there? Many years ago, St. Gall Hospital was a boarding school. So they are talking about the boarding school. It appears that both your patient and Mr. Beckworth spent a part of their youth together there. We can assume that Herr DeWitt was investigating something. He believed he had found a clue related to his friend's death. What was the cause of these awful deaths? No one knows for sure. The victims were inflicted with terrible wounds. All of them had an expression of utmost terror on their faces. I suspect you did not find Mr. DeWitt in the hospital. Indeed. He was already gone by the time I arrived. I've not been able to determine his whereabouts since. Okay, so we were in the coffin, and then we were broken out of the coffin by the nuns at the asylum, and then the perpetrator of these terrible crimes was the Monsignor or the gravedigger, one of those. And the nuns took me to a hospital, where I was apparently for a day, and then they lost track of where I was, and somebody may have kidnapped me from that hospital, put me in a coffin again, placed me under the London streets, and then I found my way towards that order there. Maybe it was actually the order that kidnapped me again. That'd be nice to find out who was. Let's see, what conclusions do you draw from all of these circumstances? I have some theories, but I would prefer not to reveal them until events have unfolded. In all of them, there is a fundamental element whose role has not yet been revealed. And what leads you to this conclusion? It is something that the Holy Sisters found beside Herr DeWitt, within the coffin. An empty hypodermic needle with traces of an unknown substance. That needle was filled with morphine as far as I remember, and I used it for giving it to a nun, I think, so she could drug herself to go to sleep or something. Or did she kill herself? I can't remember. Episode 4, Ancient Shadows. So that was the introduction, and of course we're in a dark forest. I'm sure this is the place. Alexander's house must be just ahead. So, yay. There's bound to be no jump scares here. The ancient castle of Pevensey rests in the distance. It was a garrison, first built by the Romans, but was abandoned and has been a ruin ever since. Could we just have a beach? Oh, thank you, some light. That's nice. A glass house or whatever it's called. Greenhouse. There's a large iron bar latching the door. Can we remove it? We can. It is quite odd that the door was latched from the outside. Oh, was that to keep something inside? Because then I don't want to go inside. But yeah, sure, why not check it out? And of course it needs that. Oh, I immediately regret my decision there. Holy shit, do I want to get out fast. But let's explore it. I'm just pressing. I don't really know if I'm walking anywhere. Okay, I think we need to find... Oh my god, that was creepy. We need to find some sort of light. Source of light so we can shine in there and find out what is so creepy. That is locked. It is latched. It can't open from this side. Okay, well that's at least something. Why, dear god, did we just open for that greenhouse there? Not knowing what could come out of it. No one's answering. Perhaps I should go inside anyway. I'll just say to the household that I'm there for an old friend come to visit. There's really no other way, so the house lights are on. Someone must be home. Okay, let's just move in. And back to the creepy light again. Okay, footsteps. There must be someone upstairs. Well, I'm not gonna go upstairs firstly, then I'm gonna go in here and check if I can find something to fight any crazy people off. A couple of old teacups sit on the table. One of them is full and still warm. Maybe we can use the teacup, you know, throw hot tea in their faces. Oh, yeah, that was the thing. Door. Do you open? You do. Okay, nothing else to explore here? Nope, let's go in then. Oh, great. More darkness. And a kitchen, or what is this? An oil lamp? Well, let's just grab that sucker right there. So now we got a source of light, and I wonder if we should head outside and check out that greenhouse first, or we should just... Okay, well now we're at another side of the house. Okay, well, that is locked. That leads outside, I think, to the greenhouse. And there's a well here. An ancient stone well. A rope hangs inside, disappearing into the darkness below. Is there something there? A rope is broken. I'll keep this end. Okay, so we got a rope and a light. Can we put the rope together with the light and then... No, we can't do it down there. Okay, I was wondering if we could just, like, lead it down there to see what happened. Oh, here we are with a gravedigger. It looks like someone was buried here. I can't dig with my bare hands. Okay, so we got a lot of things to explore. The upstairs, the cellar down below, the well, where we probably have to go down and see what it was actually broke off down there. But let's go into the greenhouse where we have the light now and see what creepiness lurks inside. The pane looks as if it has been broken from the inside. The inside. There's some icky, sticky goo on that thing there. A jar of vitriol oil. I must be careful. It's a powerful acid. Okay, can we grab it then? We can. Awesome. We'll probably use it for something later on, which is a good thing. So I'm guessing that we need to explore the upstairs now, and I bet that's gonna be super fun. Whee! Look at how much fun we're having. A strange woman stares down at me, glaring with a silent approach at my intrusion. Hello! At least there's some good light here. I love bright, just, you know, happy light, not creepy, green, black, white light. Oh, white light is actually okay. The silhouette of a man bears a strong resemblance of Alexandra. The silhouette of a woman. I don't know who that is. What's in here? Hey, someone in a wheelchair. Alexandra. My old friend. How are you doing? Please don't be creepy. It's me, the wit. I'm sorry if I startled you. Why are you in a wheelchair? You told me I should come here, and I came as soon as I could. Can you tell me what's happening here? He gives no answer, but persistently stares at something nearby. He appears to be in some kind of hypnotic trance. Why are you sitting in a wheelchair again? He's staring blankly at some distant point. I mean, he's not heard my question at all. When I was downstairs, I got a saw and I'd heard footsteps. Were they yours, or is there someone else in this house? For a moment, I felt a flash of hope that he was looking at me, but he is unresponsive. Oh, jump scare incoming. What? Alexander, please say something. I don't know what to do. I don't understand just what happened to him. Can we strangle him? Maybe he'll react then. Are you looking at something weird, creepy in here? A misty dock overlooks a grey ocean. Gulls wheel ahead. An old clock. The cuckoo clock is covered with dust. It seems to be missing an important piece. The bird. Well, we probably need to find the bird then. And then add it to the clock, if I am correct. There's a note on that bed there. The veil is something we sense in our innermost being insensibly. In vain do we waste our lives craving to tear through. It is Sa'ilatal, the curtain behind which the great wings beat. Inside its ancient mist inhabit the shadows of those who left. Well, that did not make any sense and was fairly creepy. The table was nothing but a box with the description Laudanum, to be taken in case of anxiety. Alright, so I'm guessing that our old friend Alexander there took some of those pills against anxiety and is now staring blankly at something in the distance, or maybe he's been hypnotized by that king bird or whatever that was. But we found the house, we found Alexander. We're gonna get some more answers and explore a lot of stuff in this place here, and I hope you guys enjoyed the first video of the final episode of The Last Door. We are gonna be returning with some more videos, of course, but in the meantime I hope you stay tuned for my other videos. We've got The Walking Dead: A New Frontier, the start of episode 3 in March, hopefully really soon, and I'm looking forward to playing that for you guys also. But until then, hope you have a good time, and bye bye bye.